Good morning. Oh my goodness. Good morning. Looks like I burned 752 calories. Let me turn on my diffuser. Good morning, good people. Fit fam. Good morning. How are you? I don't need lights. It's bright enough. Go ahead and click that like button and subscribe for more shenanigans from me. If this is your first time or if you are new here, hello. Good morning. My name is Maya, and I am your host of Motivation and Muscles with Maya Ting. We have co-host BCAAs. The flavor of the year is blood orange, blood tangerine. I already had the original co-host coffee this morning, so I'm good and caffeinated. Okay, so I have a question to ask you guys. So I had company over the weekend. I had one of my most dearest friends come by. Oh, I have two situations to bring to add, just to ask. I want your opinion. Scenario number one. If you are the host of a party that you are throwing, right? And let me back up. I'm going to use me. I'm not going to use a third party. If I am a host, if I'm hosting a party at my home, at an event, especially if it's at my home, right? My motto is I am responsible for everyone in that home. Now, does that mean I can't fight, that you can't fight your own battles and defend your own self if there happens to be a disagreement or an altercation? No. But it's my responsibility to constantly scan the room, make sure that everybody is okay, because it's my home, it's my responsibility. If it's at an event, I still am responsible because I've invited people out. Although everyone is adults, tell me if I'm wrong for that. And not necessarily wrong, but if you think differently. That's just how I think. When I am throwing an event, I am also careful of who I invite. So for example, if I have Mary Jane and Sarah, they don't get along, but they're both my good friends, one of them not going to come. Does that make sense? Let me know down below how you feel about that. I'm interested in knowing just how you guys feel. And click that like button and subscribe. Now, second scenario. A friend of mine brought this to my attention. She said, follow me now. One of her best friends, what's happening? One of her best friends took her to a party. And the party had a theme. And that's irrelevant of the theme. But it was a theme, and it was a birthday party. Her best friend knew these people, but my friend did not know these people. Okay? So when she gets to the party, she knows nobody except for her best friend, right? They get to the party, they're dancing, they're drinking, they're just having a good time, and my friend, who knows nobody except for her best friend, gets really inebriated. I mean, drunk as a skunk. So much so that she says she remembers that she was dancing and she took her shoes off and she danced on the dance floor by herself, just having a good time. And it's some spots and some time that she doesn't even remember. That's how inebriated she was. Anyway, what she noticed upon first walking into this party was that everybody was a lesbian for the most part. 90% of the women there were lesbian. I don't think there were any men. She didn't mention any men, just lesbian. Okay. So she's dancing, having a good time, drinking the drinks because the drinks and the food and everything was flowing. So she's doing her thing, right? Well, short of the long, because she was conversing with a young woman who was a lesbian, just having random conversation. Short of the long, when she woke up the next day, she woke up in the woman's bed with no pants on. Now, my girlfriend is not a part of the LGBTQIA community. She's not. Now, she said she remembers waking up at one time seeing the girl who she was talking to, not her best friend, but the girl, the stud that she was talking to. She woke up at one point and saw her down below. This ain't for children. Buckle up. Then she must have passed out again, and the next day when she woke up, she was in the bed with the stud. No pants on. Pants gone. Pants MIA. Hey, put an APB out on the pants. Where the pants at? Oh, I should be taking the highway. Let me turn around. I got all flustered. Because this really upsets me, honestly. So she said when she woke up next to the girl, she said, "What happened?" And so the girl is like, "Oh, you don't remember?" Like, I'm asking you what happened, dude, right? So anyway, she says, "No, where are my pants?" And she shows her where the pants is. And my friend says, "How did I get out of my pants?" And she said, "Oh, I helped you." So as my friend is telling me this, I'm thinking a whole bunch of things in my head. I'm thinking, number one, don't judge. Maya, watch your mouth. Don't judge, watch your mouth. Don't judge, watch your mouth. But there are so many things going on in my head. So, and she says, "Let me show you a picture of her." Well, I really don't want to see a picture of her, honestly. But she shows me a picture, and I say, "Oh, she looked like Orlando Brown." Because she did. She was like, "Oh, that's funny, but she doesn't act like him." That's neither here nor there. So I said, "How do you feel about that situation?" She was like, "I don't know. I'm going to her house this Tuesday for Taco Tuesday." I said, "Oh." She said, "Yeah." And she said that she invited me and her neighbor for Taco Tuesday at her home. But she asked for me to come a little bit earlier before the neighbor comes. What are your thoughts? Let me tell you what I think. First of all, my girlfriend who went over there was violated. 1,000%. Number one, you cannot consent to anything if you are inebriated. When you drunk, it's impossible for you to consent for anything. Now, this is the thing. I'm a mandated reporter because of what I do for a living. In certain situations, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. And I didn't want to alarm her, especially if she's not alarmed. You're going back over there for Taco Tuesday, and come to mention, this happened 2 weeks ago. You had already been to the Juicy Crab with her. You've been out on dates with the girl, and you're not even a whole lesbian. But anyway, back to the situation at hand. When you woke up, your pants was gone, and I said, "Did you plan to have sex with her or to da-da-da-da-da?" She was like, "No. That's rape." Doing something against somebody's will or not giving the person the opportunity to say yes or no. And then I asked her, "Do you think you were slipped something?" Because I've never known anyone to drink a lot and miss a whole bunch of times. Now, I do know there are opportunities where you can black out. I get all of that. But she, from what she's telling me, she missed like a whole shift. Because I still have more questions, and I wish I would have asked her more questions so I could bring these questions to you and have answers, but I don't have answers. I'm totally disgusted in my throat about what has happened to my friend who told me what happened. I'm equally as upset that she's not upset about this. Because this is my thing. If I wake up the next, and then your best friend did not look out for you at all. Because if me and a good girlfriend is going to a party or whatever, I'm sticking with my best friend like this. And if I see her talking to somebody, that's not a problem. But if I see the person, my bestie, my friend is inebriated and being led into a bedroom, that's not happening. I wouldn't even care if my best friend was like, no, girl, I got it. But if she drunk, you ain't got nothing. Let's go home. Especially when I'm the one who knows everybody here and you don't. Sound like a setup to me. I'm interested in hearing what you guys think about that. One thing that I hate about 2023 is every year we're becoming more and more accepting of stuff that ain't right. That's not funny. It's not cool. It's not. And you know how, like, when a child is involved with, say, a murder, they've witnessed something, a robbery, a murder or something, whatever, and how there is a special type of interviewer or a psychologist that needs to approach that child and ask questions in a way that's not leading. Like asking questions like, your mom did do this, right? And then the child, 4, 5, 6 is like, yeah. Because you're leading them. You're leading the witness, right? You're leading the person to say what you want them to say. Because my friend did not feel violated, but I told her when I see her next week, I want to hear how Taco Tuesday went. And because we already initially have the conversation, I'm going to, because she does ask me a lot, how do I feel about this, right? And I just did not feel comfortable with telling her, you've been violated, because she didn't feel, and this is not a woman who's like in her 20s. This is a 40-year-old plus woman. Like, but I also feel bad because I did not instantly tell her, But I mean, since the incident happened, you had already seen the girl. You've been seeing the girl after this incident. If that would have happened to me, number one, I've been pressing charges. Everybody would have known what happened. Everybody would have went to jail. You can't do that. Because my whole thing is this person, and I don't care that she's a lesbian, that's beside the point, that's irrelevant. This person, this ain't the first time she did this. How are you just going down on people like that? She been dancing all night, inebriated. You don't know if she pissed on herself. You don't even know. You better buckle up. This ain't for the faint of heart. This is not for children. None of my content is for children. You know, and she is a bigger girl. No offense to my bigger girls. I was once a bigger girl, but you know how our thighs chafe and it's not always the best smelling. I'm just saying. So what you doing? You don't even know this woman and you going down on her like that. And then when my friend wakes up the next day, she is so shamed that she hears still some of the party goers in the living room, and she's scared to get out of the bed and go, and everybody looking at her because apparently everybody heard her making noise during the act. But my whole thing is this: where was your best friend when you woke up that next day? Let me take a sip, a co-host. Best friend, you ain't my best friend. tell you? And the girl who was telling me the story, because my eyes was like this. And she kept saying, Maya, don't judge me. I said, I'm not judging. And I find it really funny when people have to always say, don't judge me, don't judge me. You're already judging yourself. Sorry, you guys. Sorry. Pothole. Who is just randomly going down on people like weird? Nasty. There's so many other words I can say, but I can't say them on the tube. Weird. Who's doing that? Gross. You don't know if that girl was on her cycle. You don't even know. Nothing. You just... Boy, our culture, and I don't mean just the black culture, I mean just culture, period. We are just so accepting of any and everything. We are fluid, whichever way the wind blows, and that's very dangerous. I don't care what anybody say. That's dangerous to just be the get along girl or the get along guy. Nah, that's not me. People know I'd be like this. Nah, I'm not with that. And get out my face and don't follow me. So those are the two situations. And really they kind of intertwine, because my friend went to this party with her best friend, and her best friend knew all of these people. So why didn't you cover your friend and look out for your friend? She wouldn't be my friend. And you know what? I know Jesus says don't be fighting people, but I'd be boxing her in her face. I'd be boxing her and doiking her in the throat. She'd get a chopping. She go to prison too. Everybody going to prison. You going to prison. You going to prison. Everybody going to prison. That's what I'm talking about. Looking out for people. Stop being weird. Maybe I'm a prude. Maybe that's it. Maybe I'm a granny. Maybe I'm not down. I ain't with it. And really, I care about what people say, but really I don't. I stand 10 toes down in how I feel and my convictions. I was telling my husband about it. He was mortified. He was disgusted. I'm ready to eat. It is Monday morning, 7:27, and y'all doing all of that? Let me know what y'all think down below. I'm really interested. And you know what? I have new subscribers. Welcome. Hello. I'm not always this sassy. But like and subscribe, I'm just saying. Workout was good. It was legs. I kept my headphones on. I kept my headphones on. I kept my head down. And the squats low. And I got through the workout. Yeah. So I'm going to go, because I should be home in about 5 minutes. Because your girl need to pray. I need to pray because I can already tell this situation, just talking about it again, is getting me riled up, which is potential for me to have a bad attitude. And I don't want to do that. So I'm going to go. Let me know what you think. Honestly, if you disagree, I just want to hear. I want to hear all sides. I'm not always right. And I am never uncheckable. I can always be checked, right? Let me know what you think down below. I'm interested. If you don't agree, explain why. If you agree, explain why. I want to hear both situations. And this is the reason why I don't be going out with folks. I don't be trusting people. I'm just saying. But anyway, let me go. I love you so much. Be good, be kind, be wise, right? And I will see you later for the bicep challenge. The bicep curl challenge, we have a rep count of 30. Get your mind right, because let me tell you, a rep count of 30. But this is the last week of bicep curls. Thank God. So I'll talk to you later.